Hello, my name is Adhayne Vidal. I am a 17-year-old senior at Carverville Tech. Since I was in 5th grade, I've been a leader, and I remember when I was in class, the students in my class would not pay attention. One of my good friends, they then went to me and told me how much this bothers him. So the same day, I went and I told the principal, and the principal talked to the students. Fortunately, they started to behave good. Since then, I've always wanted to be a voice for my community. In 2021, I moved to Baltimore. Um, that was a difficult time in my life. Moving to a new country, I didn't know like what to do, where to start. I didn't have any friends. Fortunately, the first year when I moved, my English teacher knew someone who was running for office. He then asked the class if they are interested in door knocking, and I told him yes. I've never worked on a campaign before, so this was a great experience for me, and I would say I loved it. And maybe in the future I'll run for office. I'm not too sure. One thing I remember since 10th grade is this quote that English teacher gave me was that once you hit rock bottom, you can't go down any further. So I always think about that every time I hit rock bottom. So I wanted to thank him for that. And I want you guys to remember that quote too. Currently, I'm in my senior year and I am working for Reckitt. My role in Reckitt is a student project manager intern, and I recruit talents such as the interactive media team that we now have at Reckitt. I am super grateful for the job that Reckitt have gave me and the opportunities that I got. I am also a board member for a project at Coppin State University. In this project, we explore all of the young entrepreneurs programs around Baltimore City. In 2024, I was a Maryland Senate page. This provided me with a chance to see the world leaders. Current state of youth economic inclusion in Baltimore City. Unemployment rates for youth. Lack of access to quality education and job training. Limited economic opportunities. Baltimore has seen efforts to increase job opportunities for youth through various programs, internships, and partnerships with local businesses. However, unemployment rates among young people, particularly in certain neighborhoods, remain higher than the national average. Baltimore City unemployment rate is 4.3 according to Maryland.gov. This is the third highest unemployment rate in the state. The lack of access to quality education and job training in Baltimore City remains a significant challenge that hampers youth economic inclusion. Here's a closer look at these issues. Quality education. Many schools in Baltimore City face systematic challenges such as underfunding, overcrowding, and outdated infrastructure, which directly impact the quality of education provided to students. These disparities disproportionately affect low-income communities and communities of color, perpetuating cycles of poverty and limited opportunities for academic achievement and success. Job training programs. While there are job training programs available in Baltimore City, access to these programs may be limited due to factors such as geographic location, eligibility criteria, and capacity constraints. Additionally, some training programs may not adequately align with the current needs of employers or provide the specific skills demanded by industries with job opportunities, thus limiting their effectiveness in preparing you for the workforce. Even when job training programs are available, youth may face barriers to participation such as lack of transportation, childcare responsibilities, or inadequate support services. These barriers can prevent young people from accessing job training opportunities and hinder their ability to acquire the skills and credentials needed to secure employment. The decline of traditional industries in Baltimore. such as manufacturing and shipping, has led to a loss of jobs and reduced economic opportunities for residents. Many young people face challenges finding employment in sectors that were once pillars of the local economy. Entrepreneurial barriers. While entrepreneurship can be a pathway to economic empowerment, aspiring entrepreneurs in Baltimore City may face barriers such as limited access to capital, business support services, and networking opportunities. These challenges can deter young people from pursuing entrepreneurship as a viable career option. Systematic inequities. Structural barriers such as racial discrimination, unequal access to education and resources, and disinvestment in certain communities contribute to limited economic opportunities for youth in Baltimore City. Addressing these systematic inequities is essential for creating a more inclusive economy. Importance of youth economic inclusion. Benefits for the youth. Improve quality of life. Economic inclusion provides youth with access to stable employment, higher incomes, and better living standards. This in turn enhances their overall quality of life, allowing them to afford housing, healthcare, education, and other essential needs. Reduce poverty and crime. Economic inclusion reduces the risk of youth falling into poverty or resorting to criminal activities due to economic desperation. When young people have access to meaningful employment and economic opportunities, crime rates tend to decrease, contributing to a safer and more resilient community. Positive social impact. Economically inclusive policies foster social cohesion and equity by reducing disparities and promoting equal opportunities for all youth, regardless of their background or circumstances. This leads to a more cohesive and inclusive society where everyone has a chance to succeed and contribute to the community. Stronger economy. When youth are economically included, they become active participants in the economy, contributing to productivity, innovation, and economic growth. As more young people enter the workforce, they increase consumer spending, drive demand for goods and services, and stimulate local businesses, thereby strengthening the overall economic of Baltimore City. Benefits for the community. Economically inclusive youth have greater purchasing power, leading to increased consumer spending within the community. This stimulates local businesses, boosts sales tax revenue, and supports job creation, driving economic growth and vitality. Workforce development. Engaging youth in the workforce through economic inclusion initiatives helps build a skilled and diverse talent pool for local businesses. As young people gain valuable experience and develop marketable skills, they contribute to a more competitive and dynamic labor market, attracting investment and fostering innovation. Social cohesion. Inclusion promotes social cohesion by reducing disparities and fostering a sense of belonging and shared prosperity among residents. When all youth have equal access to economic opportunities, regardless of their background or circumstances, it strengthens community bonds, fosters mutual respect, and reduces social tensions. Community development. Economic inclusion initiatives empower youth to actively participate in community development efforts, leading to more vibrant and resilient neighbors. As young people become more stakeholders in their communities, they contribute fresh perspectives, innovative ideas, and civic engagement, driving positive change and revitalization across Baltimore City. Benefits for the economy. Increased consumer spending. Economically inclusive youth have disposable income to spend on goods and services within the local economic. This boosts consumer spending, supports local businesses, and stimulates economic growth. Entrepreneurship and innovation. Economic inclusion fosters entrepreneurial spirit among youth. With access to resources and support, they may start business, launch startups, or develop innovative solutions to local challenges, fueling economic dimension and job creation. Tax revenue generation. With increased employment and economic activity among young, tax revenues for the city also rise. This provides additional funding for public services, infrastructure development, and community initiatives benefiting residents across Baltimore. Long-term economic growth. Investing in the economic inclusion of youth yields long-term dividends for the economy. As economically empowered youth progress in their careers, they contribute to a sustained economic growth, prosperity, and resilience in Baltimore City for years to come.